My beloved child, I knew you would come here. I stirred your spirit. I placed this message in front of your eyes because this is the moment I've been preparing you for. This is not a coincidence. This is not just another video. This is a divine appointment because you've been asking me questions in secret and I've heard every one of them. God, what is happening to me? Why is it taking so long? Why does it feel like I'm being tested? And most of all, when will the miracle come? You're not forgotten. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. And now, in order to receive blessing, type Amen 1111. Listen closely now. I'm not just sending a miracle. I'm shaping you to carry it. Yes, the breakthrough is real. The doors will open. The favor will fall. The healing will come. The restoration will be undeniable. But before I release it, you must pass this test. This test was not designed to break you. It was designed to reveal you, to expose the strength I placed within you, to purify what the enemy tried to poison, to elevate your faith to the place where miracles manifest. You've been asking me to remove the pressure, but I allowed the pressure to produce the promise. You've been asking me to silence the storm, but I used the storm to sharpen your spirit. You've been asking me to take the cup away, but I'm giving you the strength to drink it and rise, because the miracle you're about to receive is too holy to be handed to who you were. It must be received by the one I'm molding you to become. Yes, I know it's been hard. I saw the nights you cried. I was there. When you tried to stay strong but felt like giving up. When you questioned whether I was still with you. But I never left. Not for a moment. I've been walking with you through the fire, because fire doesn't destroy what I've sealed. It refines it. This is not punishment. This is preparation. You're passing through the wilderness, but the promised land is just ahead. Don't stop now. Don't give up now. This is the test before the miracle. And here's what I need you to understand. The enemy cannot stop your miracle, but he will try to stop you from passing the test. He will whisper lies. He will stir up fear. He will magnify delay and minimize progress. But you must rise in faith. You must walk by what I said, not by what you see. Because if you only believe when it's easy, you haven't stepped into the faith that moves mountains. This test is the stretching of your spirit, the pressing of your oil, the proving of your readiness. Not everyone could endure what you've endured, and that's why I chose you. You didn't come this far to fail. You didn't survive all that, just to sink now. There is a glory on the other side of this obedience. There is favor attached to your endurance. There is elevation hidden in your faithfulness. You asked me for overflow, but overflow can only be poured into vessels that don't break under pressure. So I've been strengthening you, sealing the cracks, stretching your capacity, because what I'm about to pour is bigger than anything you've received before. This test may feel invisible to others, but I see it. I see the temptation you're resisting, the anger you're surrendering, the pride you're laying down, the humility you're choosing, even when it hurts. And every time you choose me, you're passing the test. Every time you trust me, you're moving closer to the miracle. I know the test is uncomfortable. I know your flesh is tired, but your spirit is rising. You're stepping into alignment. Heaven is watching. Angels are surrounding. And I, the Lord your God, am proud of you. Not because you're perfect, but because you're still here, still believing, still fighting, still listening for my voice. So don't look at how far you still have to go. Look at how far I've already brought you. You didn't find this message by scrolling. You were led here, divinely guided. Because this moment matters. I am confirming something in your spirit right now. You know this is not random. You feel it in your chest. Don't ignore it, because your miracle is already written. It's coming. But I need you to keep walking, keep trusting, keep praising, even in the waiting. And if you receive this word, if your spirit bears witness that I am speaking directly to you, then hear me now, like, comment, and subscribe, so I can keep sending you the messages that are only for you, and continue blessing you in ways you don't yet see. This is the test that comes before the floodgates, the shaking before the shift, the quiet before the divine sound. And what's coming will be undeniable, unstoppable, uncontainable, but only for those who endure, only for those who trust me when it feels like nothing's moving, only for those who pass the test. Stay with me. There's more I need to say. You're still here, and that tells me something. It tells me your spirit is awake. It tells me your heart is open. It tells me you're ready to receive what others have ignored, because many are called, but few respond. Few press in. Few endure long enough to receive the fullness of what I promised. But you stayed. You listened. You're still listening. And that means the miracle is still on schedule. Yes, even now. You've looked at the calendar and wondered if time has run out. You've looked at your circumstances and questioned if my word is still valid. You've said, God, I believed you, but nothing changed. But listen to me. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean I'm not doing it. Just because the door hasn't opened yet doesn't mean the key isn't turning. Just because the healing hasn't fully manifested doesn't mean the power hasn't already touched your body. I don't operate on your deadlines. I don't measure by your clocks. I move in fullness, not in fragments. And when I move, I finish what I start. You are not behind, you are not late, you are in process. And my timing is never off. This test you're walking through, it's not to destroy your confidence, it's to deepen your trust. Because what I'm about to hand you requires the kind of faith that doesn't shake when storms come. Yes, I'm speaking to you. I'm confirming what you've already sensed, but we're too afraid to believe. That you're on the edge of something sacred. That you're standing at the border of transformation. That the wilderness is almost over, and the waters are about to part. But hear me. There is one thing I need you to let go of before you cross. You know what it is. You felt it tugging at your soul. It's that thought, that habit, that relationship, that lie that has been weighing you down. You've tried to carry it with you. You've tried to convince yourself that you can hold on to it and still walk into the miracle. But I love you too much to let that happen. Because if you carry that into your next season, it will poison the promise. So I'm asking you, lay it down, release it, surrender it. This is the test, not just of faith, but of obedience. Will you trust me when I say it can't go with you? Will you believe me when I say what's ahead is better than what you're leaving behind? Because I'm not asking you to let go to leave you empty. I'm asking you to let go so I can fill you. You prayed for new. You prayed for overflow. You prayed for promotion, healing, peace, breakthrough. But new cannot live where the old is still protected. You can't be full of both me and fear, both truth and compromise, both fire and apathy. You must choose. And I know that choice hurts, but that pain is proof. Proof that something deep is shifting. Proof that what I'm doing isn't shallow, it's soul deep. So let the tears fall. Let the release come. Because what I'm about to do in your life will make sense of every painful sacrifice. There are things being broken in the spirit realm right now. Chains that had you bound for years, snapping. Curses passed down through bloodlines, dissolving. Wounds you thought would never heal, mending in my presence. You can't see it all yet, but you feel it. You feel the shaking. You feel the pressure. You feel the tug of my spirit. Don't ignore it. Don't brush it off like another emotional moment. This is a holy moment. I've wrapped my presence around this very second in time, because this is the moment where something shifts forever. You asked me for signs. This is one. You asked me to speak clearly. This is that voice. You asked me if I was really with you. I never left. I need you to keep walking now, even if it hurts. Even if you don't know what's next. Even if you feel unqualified. Because I didn't call you because you were ready. I called you because I was ready. And when I call you, I equip you. I surround you. I go before you. I already cleared the path. I already commanded the blessing. I already released the angelic assistance you need. But I need you to move. I need you to obey. I need you to keep saying yes, even when it costs you, even when no one understands, even when your emotions scream the opposite of what your spirit knows is true. Because this is how my glory is revealed, through vessels who obey, even when it feels like everything is against them. You are such a vessel. You are my chosen. You are not just a listener of this word. You are the fulfillment of it. And I promise you, if you stay with me, if you pass this test, if you surrender what I asked of you, you will see the miracle. Stay with me, child. I'm not finished speaking. I see the weight you're carrying. You've been so strong for so long, haven't you? Holding it together when everything inside you felt like breaking, smiling through the pain so no one would worry, pushing forward even when you barely had the strength to breathe. I want you to hear me now. You don't have to carry this alone anymore. I never asked you to. This burden, this battle, this silent war in your heart, I saw it before anyone else did. And I've been waiting patiently for you to place it in my hands. Let me carry it. Let me be your strength now. You've proven your faith. You've walked through the fire and kept your eyes on me. But this next stretch requires surrender, not striving. You've done what you can. Now let me do what only I can. The miracle isn't earned through effort. It's released through alignment, through stillness, through trust. So breathe, child. Yes, even now, take a breath with me. Release what you can't control. Because this test, it's not about performance. It's about posture. The posture of your heart. The position of your spirit. Are you truly leaning on me? Or are you still trying to fix what only I can restore? You keep replaying what went wrong. You keep asking, what could I have done differently? But I'm not looking at your past with judgment. I'm looking at your future with mercy. Stop punishing yourself. Stop rehearsing regrets. I've already covered it with grace, and I'm writing a better story. Yes, some people walked away. Yes, some things didn't go how you hoped. But what's ahead is not based on what left. It's based on who remains. And I remain. I am the same God who brought you through last time. The same one who whispered peace in the middle of your chaos. The same one who never gave up on you, not once. So don't you give up now. This season feels heavy because I'm doing something permanent, not a quick fix, not a temporary solution. but a holy divine rebuilding from the inside out. I'm tearing down lies you believed about yourself. I'm breaking cycles that tried to repeat through generations. I'm healing wounds so deep, even you forgot they were still bleeding. This is not just about what you want. This is about who you are becoming. And you are becoming the kind of person who can hold the miracle. Not just receive it, but sustain it. Not just taste it, but walk in it. Not just talk about it, but live it out. Because the blessing I'm preparing isn't fragile, and neither are you. You've been in the fire, and you're still standing. You've been through the storm, and you're still believing. That's not weakness. That's proof. Proof that my spirit is alive in you. Proof that my hand has been on your life from the very beginning. You've passed more of the test than you realize. You've already overcome more than you know. And now, I'm bringing you into the phase where you will begin to see glimpses, signs, sudden movements, holy shifts that don't make sense to your logic, but align perfectly with my plan. But when they begin to appear, don't doubt them. Don't sabotage them with fear. You prayed for me to open the door. Now you must walk through it without questioning if you're worthy. Because I didn't open it based on your perfection. I opened it because you kept choosing me in the process. Because I saw your heart, and I said, this one is mine. You are chosen, not by man, not by status, not by merit. Chosen by me. And when I choose, no voice can unchoose, no lie can disqualify, no delay can cancel what I've decreed. You've made it through the pruning. You've stood through the pressing. You've passed the tests that no one saw. And now, child, now comes the reward. Don't let fear rob you of what's already in motion. Don't let the enemy whisper lies into the soil I've prepared. Stand firm. Worship while you wait. Stay in the posture of expectation. Because even as you listen now, even as you sit in this moment, heaven is responding. Chains are breaking. Doors are opening. The oil is flowing. You're not empty. You're ready. Keep your heart open, child. There is more coming than you even asked for. But your eyes must stay on me. Not on the noise. Not on the past. Not on the fear. Stay focused. Stay faithful. Because the test is turning into a testimony. And the waiting is turning into witnessing. You're about to see what I've been preparing all along. But there's more I must tell you, child. Stay close. Listen carefully. There's a deeper layer still unfolding. You're closer than you feel. Closer than you think. Closer than the voices of doubt would ever let you believe. The enemy has been loud lately, hasn't he? He's tried to confuse you. Tried to wear you out. Tried to make you think that maybe, just maybe, you misheard me. But you didn't. You heard me right. You felt me stir your spirit. You saw the signs, the confirmations, the dreams. And no matter how much the enemy twists it, he cannot undo what I've already spoken. That promise still stands. That miracle still lives. That open door is still opening. But I allowed the silence for a reason. I allowed the waiting. I allowed the space where it felt like I wasn't answering. So I could see what would rise in you when it felt like I stepped back. Because I never truly stepped back. I was watching the way gold is tested in fire. I was listening to the thoughts you never said out loud. I was walking with you. Even in the darkness you thought I abandoned you in. No, child. I was there when no one else saw the pressure building. When your mind felt like it was tearing. When your prayers felt like whispers into an empty sky. I was there. This was your wilderness. And every child I love, I lead through a wilderness, not to punish, but to prepare. Because miracles are never sent to hearts that aren't ready. They are born through surrender, through obedience, through silence. And I know you don't like the silence, but it was in the silence that your roots grew deep. When you couldn't hear me, you sought me more. When I didn't speak, you pressed in. When it didn't make sense, you chose to believe anyway. That is what moved me. Not your perfection, not your performance, but your persistence, your posture, your willingness to stay when walking away would have been easier. This is why the test matters, because this test has been forming the version of you that can carry everything I'm about to pour out. And hear me. I'm not just pouring out blessings. I'm pouring out identity, authority, discernment, peace that doesn't shake when the world does, clarity that cuts through confusion, fire that cannot be put out. You prayed for miracles, but I'm giving you something better. I'm giving you me. And in me are the miracles, the provision, the restoration, the peace, the power. Because once you truly have me, you'll never chase another counterfeit. Once you truly taste my voice, you'll never settle for empty noise. So don't despise the silence. Don't curse the test. This was the making. This was the sacred in between. And now I am shifting you. The things that once overwhelmed you will no longer touch you. The places where you felt stuck will suddenly open. The doors that were sealed will burst open on command, not because you forced them, but because you became the version of you who can walk through them. Do you understand? The miracle is coming, but you had to become the one who could hold it. And you are. You're becoming more radiant, more humble, more focused, more aligned with me. I've stripped off what wasn't you. I've broken what couldn't go with you. I've hidden you, not to punish, but to protect. Because what I release next in your life will not be common. You've been asking me, why does it feel so different this time? Why do I feel so alone in this season? Because what I'm doing in you is set apart. It's not supposed to look like everyone else. I chose you for something sacred. And sacred things go through sacred fires. But hear me now. The fire is ending. The release is near. The hand of heaven is about to lift you. Suddenly, swiftly, powerfully, and it will be undeniable. Even your enemies will say, this had to be God. Even those who overlooked you will wonder, how did this happen? And you'll know the answer. Because you passed the test. Because you stayed faithful in the wilderness. Because you let me break you, mold you, and build you again. Now, child, as you step into the edge of this miracle, guard your heart. Not everyone will understand it. Not everyone will celebrate it. But I will. All of heaven will. Because I see what no one else does. I saw the battles you won in silence. I saw the nights you chose worship over bitterness. I saw the days you refused to curse me, even when you didn't understand. And now, you will see me move in ways that you've only read about, speak to you in whispers that shake your bones, provide for you in ways that defy the natural, because the miracle isn't coming. The miracle has already been sent, and it's making its way to your doorstep. But stay with me, child. I still have more to reveal. There is another layer you must receive. The oil is still flowing. My child, can you feel it yet? The shift in the atmosphere, the trembling in your spirit, the quiet knowing that something is breaking open. Even if you can't see it with your eyes yet, that's not your imagination, that's me. I'm whispering in your soul, This is the turning point. This is the moment where the process begins to make sense, where the pain begins to produce, where the test turns into the testimony. You've walked through fire, and now I'm releasing fresh oil. You've been crushed, and now the fragrance of my favor is rising from your life. This isn't just a breakthrough, it's a becoming. I have been drawing out the version of you that hell hoped would never rise. The one who prays with power, the one who moves in silence and carries authority, the one who no longer needs validation because you know who sent you. You've been asking me, Lord, why did I have to lose so much? Why did they leave? Why did everything change? Because I needed to isolate you to ignite you. I needed to clear the noise so you could hear only me. I needed to strip the stage and remove the distractions. Not to punish, but to anoint. Because the oil I'm placing on your life cannot be mixed. It cannot be diluted. It cannot be shared with every voice and every influence. You are being set apart. And yes, that comes with sacrifice. But oh, the glory that follows is worth it. You will not come out of this season empty. You will not come out of this fire barren. You will not come out of this test unnoticed. What I'm releasing next will carry the scent of heaven. It will carry the weight of my authority. It will move mountains and silence mockers. Because you've let me do the deep work. You've let me break what needed breaking. You've let me rearrange what you once clung to. That is why you're ready. Others ran when it got hard, but you stayed. Others cursed me in the delay, but you kept worshiping. Others walked away when they couldn't understand, but you leaned in asking, God, what are you teaching me? That is why the oil is falling on you. You're not just being blessed, you're being marked by fire-tested faith, marked by unshakable intimacy with me, marked by a testimony that carries deliverance for others, because the test wasn't just for you, it was for those I'm about to send to you. People broken like you once were, people searching like you once did, people crying out in silence, God, is there any hope for someone like me? And your life, yes, your life will be the answer. Your story is becoming a lifeline. Your wounds are becoming healing oil. Your waiting is becoming a bridge to someone else's freedom. This is why the enemy tried so hard to break you. This is why hell unleashed so many attacks. Because the enemy saw it before you did. He saw the anointing, he saw the calling, he saw the warrior rising beneath the surface of your suffering, and he feared what would happen if you passed the test. But here you are, still standing, still believing, still choosing me, and now the miracle is activated. Now the heavens are shifting. Now the delay is ending, because the test is almost over, and on the other side of it is evidence. Evidence that I was with you all along. Evidence that I never left you. Evidence that I use everything, even pain, for glory. You're not just walking into a better season. You're stepping into a divine unveiling, a revealing of the version of you I always saw. The strong you, the free you, the healed you, the called and anointed you. But stay awake, child. Because this final stretch is where the enemy tries to lure you back. He'll send distractions. He'll trigger old wounds. He'll stir up weariness. Don't fall for it. Don't trade the promise for momentary comfort. Don't step out of alignment just before the overflow. Hold fast. Stay rooted. Keep praising when it feels dry. Keep obeying when it costs everything. Because in one moment, yes, one, I can do what you couldn't make happen in a lifetime. Suddenly the opportunity will come. Suddenly the healing will manifest. Suddenly the call will be confirmed. Suddenly you will see what I've been building behind the veil, and when it comes, you won't have to force it. You won't have to prove it. You'll just walk in it because it will be undeniable that I did it. So don't let go now. Don't stop now. You're almost there. I'm not done speaking. There is more revelation to come. The oil is still flowing, child. Let me keep pouring. You're doing better than you think. You've been so hard on yourself lately, telling yourself you're behind, telling yourself you've failed, telling yourself you should be further by now. But I need you to pause and listen to me. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're not forgotten. You are exactly where I need you to be, right here, in this moment. Listening to my voice, letting my words anchor your soul again. You've survived what others didn't. You've kept going when quitting seemed easier. You've held on to me, even when it felt like you were holding air. But I've been holding you, even when your grip was weak. My hand never let go. You don't have to earn my love. You don't have to prove your worth. You don't have to perform to stay in my favor. You are mine, chosen, called, covered. And this test you're facing, it isn't evidence of distance. It's the confirmation of destiny. I'm stretching you, not to hurt you, but to enlarge your capacity, to make room for the miracle. Because what I'm about to pour into your life will overflow every expectation. But I cannot fill a vessel that still clings to the old. This is why the shaking has increased. This is why you felt everything around you shift. This is why the familiar started feeling uncomfortable, because I'm pulling you out of what once fit to place you in what you were truly made for. You've been asking me, why do I feel disconnected? Why are people falling away? Why does everything feel unstable? Because you've outgrown the place you've been. Your spirit has expanded beyond your surroundings, and I am severing what no longer serves your assignment. Don't chase what I've removed. Don't mourn what I've released. I'm not taking things from you. I'm clearing the way for you. Let it go. Trust me, even when it hurts. Especially when it hurts. Because every time you surrender what I ask of you, you unlock a new level of my presence, a new depth of clarity, a new wave of peace. You've been faithful in secret. You've obeyed when it was hard. You've carried burdens no one knew about. And now, beloved, I'm lifting them, one by one, gently. You don't have to hold it all together anymore. You don't have to wear that invisible armor. You don't have to be strong every second. Let me strengthen you. Let me carry what you've been carrying. This is the part of the test where I draw you closer. Not to teach you how to perform, but to teach you how to rest. Rest is not weakness. Stillness is not laziness. Waiting is not wasting. This is sacred ground. This is holy preparation. This is the final turning before the miracle manifests. You're standing in the almost, the in-between, the thin place between where you were and where I'm taking you. And I know it's uncomfortable. It's disorienting. You're tempted to rush it, to make it happen faster. But don't. Don't force what I've already scheduled. Don't grasp for shortcuts when I've written out a straight path. Because sudden doesn't mean sloppy. Miraculous doesn't mean messy. When I move, I do it in order. And I do it in power. You won't have to manipulate it. You won't have to beg for it. You won't have to compete to get it. What I've set apart for you will find you. What I've spoken over your life will reach you. What I've placed in your future will open for you in my time. And my time is not far away, even now. I'm sending the alignment, even now. I'm touching the hearts of those connected to your destiny, even now. I'm shifting things in rooms you've never walked into. This is the miracle season, but you must stay rooted, grounded in me. Not distracted, not panicking, not chasing things I never told you to chase. Return to stillness, return to trust, return to the quiet place where you hear me best. Because I'm still speaking, I'm still leading, I'm still preparing the final pieces. You don't see them yet, but they're falling into place, perfectly, and soon, very soon, you'll look back and say, it all makes sense now. It had to happen like this. I passed the test, and now I see the miracle. But I'm not done yet, child. There is more I need to pour into you. You're still here, still seeking, still listening, and that tells me everything I need to know about you. You are not just hungry for breakthrough, you are hungry for me. You don't just want the miracle, you want to move in my presence. You want to walk in my will. You want to be led by my voice and not your own emotions. And for that I honor you, because many want my blessings, but few seek my heart. Few are willing to be purified in the waiting. Few will stay when the fire gets hotter. But you've stayed. You stayed even when I was silent. You stayed even when your heart was shattered. You stayed even when everything in your life said, walk away. You stayed. Because something inside you knew this wasn't the end. And you were right. It's not the end. It's the turning, the breaking open, the sacred threshold between the crushing and the glory. Let me tell you something now. Something the enemy has been trying to keep you from realizing. You have already passed more of the test than you know. Yes, there's still more to walk through. Yes, I'm still finishing the work I started. But child, you have already overcome what others didn't survive. You've already outlasted storms that were sent to destroy you. You've already rejected lies that tried to chain you. You've already made the choice, time and time again, to stand when everything said fall. That counts, that matters, that is seen. Heaven took note, the angels have been assigned, your name has been spoken in rooms of divine preparation, and I, your father, have not missed a single moment. I saw the time you sowed seeds and watched nothing grow. I saw the time you forgave when they didn't apologize. I saw the time you worshipped with tears in your eyes and trembling in your soul. I saw it all, and I tell you this now with all the authority of heaven. None of it was wasted. Not one tear, not one heartbreak, not one lonely night, not one silent cry. I collected every tear in my bottle. I counted every time your heart broke in my name. I recorded every act of obedience that no one else clapped for, because I'm not just a God who rewards what's seen. I reward what's done in secret, in the shadows, in the quiet place where it's just you and me. And that's where you've passed the test. Right there, in the quiet. Now hear me. The pressure you feel right now is not punishment. It is positioning. I'm placing you in divine alignment. I'm shifting the atmosphere around you. I'm pruning so that you can finally bear the fruit you've been waiting for. Do you remember what you asked me? God, use me. God, send me. God, make me ready. And I said yes. But before I could release the go, I had to make sure your roots were deep enough not to be pulled when the winds come. Because the blessing I'm sending isn't small. The territory I'm giving you isn't ordinary. And the anointing that rests on you now will attract attention. Not all of it will be friendly. Not all of it will clap for you. But you don't need applause when you have assignment. You don't need validation when you have vision. You don't need popularity when you walk in power. So don't be surprised when some don't recognize you, when they question how you got here, when they try to remind you of who you used to be. Let them talk, let them doubt, let them speculate. Because while they were watching your process, I was building your platform, and no one can cancel what I established. No voice can override my verdict. No human opinion can block a heaven-ordained moment. What's coming next will silence every lie. What's about to unfold will make it clear that this was not luck, not accident, not coincidence. It was me. All of it, the delay, the crushing, the stretching, the hidden seasons, the test, and now the miracle. Yes, the miracle is not just an idea anymore. It's in motion. The shift has already begun. The atmosphere is already saturated. And now, I need you to do just one thing. Stay ready. Not busy, not frantic, not panicked. Ready. Ready to move when I say move. Ready to speak when I give you words. Ready to act when the door swings open. This is not the time to question. This is not the time to shrink back. This is the time to stand in the authority I've placed on you. Because when the miracle comes, and it will, you must recognize it. You must step into it. You must steward it. No second guessing, no disqualifying yourself, no shrinking to make others comfortable. I made you bold for a reason. I made you different for a reason. I made you ready. You've passed the test of private obedience. Now comes the public fulfillment. But listen to me. This is not the end of the message. There is still one more layer I must reveal, because your miracle isn't just coming to bless you. It's coming to transform you, to call you higher, to awaken purpose on a level you haven't even imagined. So stay close, beloved. Keep your spirit open. Keep your heart soft. I have more to say. The final preparation is almost complete, and the next word I speak will carry the activation. My beloved, you've walked the path I led you through. You've listened, you've wept, you've waited, and now you've arrived. You may not feel it yet. You may not see every piece with your natural eyes, but in the spirit, the test has shifted, the trial has passed, and the miracle is now in motion. Not coming someday, not buried in delay, but unfolding even as you listen now. Yes, this is the moment your spirit has been aching for. That quiet longing you couldn't explain. That pressure in your chest you felt in the silence. That was me, preparing you for this divine hour. I want you to hear me clearly now. You passed the test. No, you weren't perfect. You didn't always feel strong. There were days you cried out, God, I don't know if I can take this anymore. But you didn't walk away. You didn't stop praying. You didn't stop trusting. And you never stopped reaching for me, even when your hands were trembling. That's what I was looking for. Not flawless performance, not constant confidence, just faith, just surrender, just the willingness to trust me in the dark. And you did. You did. So now, my child, I'm lifting the weight. I'm breaking the delay. I'm commanding the blessing to find you. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to figure out how it will come. Your only job now is to walk with me, step by step, breath by breath, obedient, available, expectant, because what I'm releasing is supernatural. It will not match the size of your bank account, your connections, or your qualifications. It will match the size of your obedience. It will reflect the faith you've sown in private. You thought you were being overlooked, but really, I was hiding you to protect what I placed inside you, because what I built in you wasn't meant to be touched too early. It had to be matured in silence, formed in fire, tested by time, and now it is time. Time for the release, time for the reward, time for the revelation of what I've been preparing while you were waiting. The miracle is not just a blessing, it is a commission. You are being sent. Sent to influence, sent to lead, sent to heal, sent to break generational curses. This miracle will mark your life. This shift will seal your identity. You will not walk into this next season confused. You will walk in clarity. You will know who you are. You will stop apologizing for your calling. You will stop shrinking to fit into places I never designed for you, because you're not who you used to be. The old version of you died in the fire. The fearful version was stripped in the wilderness. The doubting version was buried in the waiting. And what has risen is my vessel, my warrior, my messenger. You've been purified by pain, refined by pressure, and elevated through obedience. Now I'm placing a mantle on you, one you don't have to earn, prove, or protect. It's yours. It's from me. Walk boldly, speak with authority, pray with fire, love without fear, give without anxiety, stand when others fall. Because what's coming next is not just for you. It will touch everyone connected to you. Your family will feel the shift. Your household will come under blessing. Your bloodline will be healed. Yes, I said healed. I am healing things you never told anyone about. Traumas, memories, silent grief. I am reversing things that ran through generations, and it stops with you, because you passed the test. I am sealing your breakthrough. I am anchoring your feet. I am clearing the fog and placing fresh wind in your lungs. You're not returning to survival mode. You're stepping into overflow, not just finances, but overflow in peace, in wisdom, in spiritual power, in joy that cannot be stolen. Because you let me take you through the wilderness, I'm now placing you in the land of promise. But don't forget, child, the miracle is not the end. It's the beginning of a new walk, a new authority, a new mission. And as you rise, stay close to me. Stay grounded in my word. Stay sensitive to my whispers, because the same voice that led you through the fire will now lead you through favor. And favor, it can be just as dangerous as the wilderness if you forget who gave it to you. So stay humble, stay grateful, and don't ever stop seeking me, not even in abundance. I'm not just your God in the valley. I am your God on the mountain, and I will go before you in this new season, just like I walked beside you through the last. You have passed the test. You are ready, and the heavens have already opened. The miracle is being delivered. The doors are already shifting. The people are being sent. The resources are being aligned. Your spirit knows it. You can feel it. This is the moment you were made for. And if you believe this word is yours, if your soul bears witness that I'm speaking directly to you, then don't hesitate. Like, comment, and subscribe, so I can keep sending you the messages that are only for you and continue blessing you in ways you don't yet see. I will finish what I started. I will be with you until the end, and I will cause all things, yes, even this, to work together for good. You are marked, you are chosen, you are ready. Let the miracle begin.